Hi everyone, and welcome back to Bushel Park Golf Club. So today we're going to be doing something slightly different. We're actually going to be looking at myself and my self-improvement plan for the next 5 to 6 weeks. So what we're going to be doing today is a TPI testing, which is a 16-step screening to look at any limitations in my functional movement, my stability and mobility within my joints. So what we're going to start with is the 16-step test. After that, we're going to be looking at my driver and 7-iron, and it's going to give us some baseline numbers. Once we've got the baseline numbers, when we come to retest in 5-6 weeks' time, we're going to be having something to compare the results against. So we're going to jump straight in. We're going to go through the 16-step screening, and then I'll show you my limitations as a result from that, and I'll show you some of the stretches that I'll be doing over the next 6 weeks to help improve those limitations. So now screening's done, I'm going to log the data through the TPI app, which will give us a printout and enable us to email you a printout of all of your colour-coded sections of limitations. So I have one red section and I have 3 amber sections, and the rest is coming up as green. So my quarter rotation, particularly on my right side, which is how I turn into my backswing, is a little bit tight, and also in my left side as I turn through onto the follow through, it's also tight. Now, based on what I know about my golf swing, I know that they are 2 areas that do get tight when I don't practice enough, and that causes me to slightly change my posture on my way back and also change posture as I come through to impact. And it does result in me getting some toe strikes as I come through that strike zone. So what we can also see from my results is that I have some pelvic rotation and my 90-90, which are my shoulders, so my rotation back on both sides is a little bit limited. And my single leg balance test. So single leg balance is where we get the knee up level with the hip and we close the eyes to see how long we can stay stable for. It's very easy to stay stable when your eyes are open. As soon as you close your eyes, your body has to use its ability to stabilise itself, so the core, to get that feeling sense that it can stay nice and supported. So they're the 4 areas that have come up for me. So I'm going to build a program based on those 4 areas, and then I'll record myself doing some of those drills just to give you an insight into what sort of things we'd be doing after this sort of a TPI session. Okay, so I've set myself up with 9 drills to practice and rehearse and train. This is a little bit more than we would give anyone doing a TPI session, really because I'm looking to attack these individual sections and show you the benefits of doing a course like this. Now what we would do with these 9 is usually we'd give out maybe half of those, so I'd be giving the client 5, and then once I've done those 5 we would add in or introduce the other 4 and take out some of the original 5 drills. Some of these do get harder as we go through. I'm going to be doing all 9 of these drills. Some of these drills are for both sides, both left and right, or some of them are just for my right, being that my right side is slightly tighter than my left. But what I'll be doing is I'll be doing 2 sets of 10 of each of these, either left or right or both sides for each of the drills. So I'm going to be doing this for the next 5 weeks. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to hit some shots with my 7-iron, my driver, just to get a benchmark of speed. Okay, so now I've got my results from my TPI testing or screening. And now I have a benchmark from today. So today's information for then 3, 4, 5 weeks time we can retest and we can see how much of an improvement we've seen within my speed or consistency. Mainly I'm looking to increase speed and also increase my stability to get some consistency out the middle of the club face. So everyone get more consistent out the middle. Particularly with my driver, I tend to hit a little bit on the low side, but I'm going to have a benchmark now. So I'm going to hit 3 shots with my 7-iron, 3 shots with my driver, and that's going to give me a benchmark of club head speed, strike location, and give me some information that I can test again later on and see how the TPI sessions are helping to improve those statistics. Okay, so my stock swing speed with my 7-iron and my driver have just been tested, and with my 7-iron I'm coming in at just under 90 miles an hour, and with my driver I'm averaging about 104 miles an hour. Now when I was playing a lot more, my average swing speed with a 7-iron was 90 and my average with a driver was 107. So not a million miles away from where I would expect it or where I want it to be. Now the aim through the TPI training and also a swing speed program that we're going to be running with the Superspeed training aids, I'm hoping to get my swing speed up to about 110 with the driver and ideally about 93, 94 with my 7-iron. That would be the ideal numbers I'm looking for. So based on a bit of training, that's where we're hoping to achieve these gains. Now the other thing we're looking at with both driver and 7-iron is not only the speed itself, but also the consistency. Now one thing I do find with all my clubs is I do launch the ball quite high, so my launch angle with my 7-iron is slightly above what I'd want it to be, as is with my driver. Now that's a tendency I have, which is based on how my body turns through the ball, and when I don't practice with enough balls, I tend to get a bit delayed in the way my body is clearing. So one of the test results that we come from the TPI testing is a limitation in my right internal rotation. So that's when I'm turning back, the internal flex in this right hip is tight. So that's going to not allow me to turn fully on the backswing and also create some problems with changing the posture, which is going to affect where I strike the ball from on a consistency level. We also have a little bit of tightness on my left, so as I extend through impact, my left internal as well, which is going to have a similar effect on the opposite side. So in the backswing, I'm going to have a tendency to change my posture slightly where the tightness is, and on the follow through, I'm also going to have a tendency to thrust or change the posture as I come through as well. So with some training, we're looking to get rid or alleviate those two issues in my golf swing. So what I'd like to have is a more consistent strike pattern as far as location in the club face, on both irons and drivers. So at the moment with my driver, my strike pattern is favouring the toe side, and my strike pattern with my 7-iron also slightly favours the toe side. Now that is explained by this body change in direction, or coming out posture and thrusting. So as soon as the body changes as I come through, body's going to get slightly taller, and my strike location is going to move from being central to toe side. So that's just linking up what we do with the TPI testing against what I know about my own golf swing. So we're going to do some training. I'm going to see if we can improve those numbers purely by making my body more physically able to achieve the positions I'm looking for. So thank you for watching today. This is the start of my TPI training and hopefully increase in swing speed, but my reintroduction into playing some more competitive golf in 2021, hopefully, and 2022 as well. So like I say, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe below. This will be a weekly update, and if you want any more information on anything that we've talked about in this session, please comment below, or you can contact us through the golf club website or through our own website, which is dannyhillgolfpro.co.uk. Thanks for watching.